then. We will start off with the event. So, Titans Beast World issue 3, Tom Taylor writing and Lucas Meyer on the art for this issue. So this is a switch from Ram V. No, no,
Ram
sorry,
V.
Ram V. Sorry, we were just talking about Ram V. Ivan
Yeah.
Reese. It was the.
Yeah.
It's because of the Ivan. It's the V. It's the V in the
Yeah.
name. It made me
Yeah, I
think of
gotcha.
Ram V.
Um,
How dare they both have V's in their name and
yeah,
consider it?
so look at Lucas Meyer, and it's kind of the same as the Ivan Reese elevated house style. But I will say I love a lot of the small touches that he puts in on some of the characters.
Honestly, Matt, I was going to say I saw a different artist name and went, oh no, different artist, that's a shame. And then I read a few pages and went, you know what, this is at least on par with Reese and possibly even slightly better.
Yeah.
So,
no
complaints, actually.
The fact that his Peacemaker resembles John Cena, I always get a kick out of, when artists do that. And we also, got Starfire suplexing a Black Adam lion. So, like, good on him. Like, he's really. I'm trying to see what else that he's worked on, but he did a lot of Titans work in that Titans United Bloodback. So he's very familiar with these designs, and I think it worked out. So,
yeah, I will say compared to Ivan Reese, he's got just a slightly flatter style, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I actually kind of prefer it a little bit because Ivan Reese I like, but sometimes he has that thing where his art can look a little shiny, if that makes sense. There's like a shiny quality to it, and I think I like this slightly more muted art from Meyer, but. Yeah, so a lot of the chaos that started off in issue 2 is still going on. You've still got Lion, Black Adam fighting with Donna and Starfire. We have that going on. Starfire sets off a big explosion or light to take out all the spores. Very nice page. She's sort of hugging Donna to shield Donna from the blast. And then we got the Flashies showing up to try and help, and all this is going on. We have Dick's got Wolf Batman caged up in Titan's Tower, and he's talking to a doctor who lives in his building, because what part of the scene that happens to you is that she casually mentions, oh, stop messing around with that mask, Dick. I live in the building. I see you coming and going all sorts of hours. I figured it out.
And this is the one lady that he watches out for with the kids, right?
I think so, yeah.
They watch the puppy for him while he's out and about gallivanting, being Nightwing.
And they're referenced here because they're in the Titans Tower lounge watching TV. They're watching Teen Titans Go by the looks of it when we actually see the TV later.
Which I don't know if you've ever watched Teen Titans Go, but it's very self-referential to others. So
I've seen the movie. I've never watched the show, but I saw the movie.
Yeah, so it's very Looney Tunesy in that it's very self-referential. So it does make sense, like, as an in-universe cartoon, So I do like that. That's like a small touch that I'm sure Tom Taylor threw in there.
Yeah, and obviously Dick's been slashed to hell by Wolf Batman, and she's like, no, I need to check you out. I need to make sure you're okay, yada yada. And Babs is all for it. And this is where Detective Chimp walks in, and this got a big laugh out of me, is the doctor lady here grabs her torch and throws it at Detective Chimp, thinking one of the beasts have got inside. And they're like, no, he's not part of this. He's actually just always a chimp. He's not, this is normal for him. So I get a good chuckle out of that.
I do get, he goes, you think I'm one of the beast people? I get that not everyone has my powers of deduction, but I'm talking and wearing a hat. Like, the talking and wearing a hat really got me.
Yeah. So that sets up some stuff with him, which we come back to later in the issue. Meanwhile, a bunch of the Hawk people are attacking a plane. Gorgeous art here, actually. I thought the plane going down with the flames coming from the wings, all the Hawk people over it looked really cool. And Power Girl shows up to catch the plane and try and help them out. But as she's holding the plane, her mouth is wide open and a spore jumps into her mouth. And we get a bit of a transformation, and she turns into a flaming hawk.
A flame bird, if you will.
A flame bird, yes.
Yeah. Which
so
there's still a lot of questions. I know we're still only 3 issues in, but I have a lot of questions on who becomes what still. Like, why isn't she just a regular bird person? Is it because she's Kryptonian? Is it, you know what I mean? Like, what is it that turns her into a flaming bird as opposed to just a regular?
Actually, I think I've got an answer for this one.
Okay, what's that?
Well, like all Kryptonians, she's storing a lot of solar energy.
Okay.
So, Flamebird.
So in essence, it's one of those things that like the Beast Boy spore with its, just shape changing also can access the Kryptonian DNA. All right, I can buy that.
I mean, I'm not sure if I'm saying that. I'm just.
Well, I'm just saying, like, there's, not like, I don't know. So, like, again, would whatever Superman get turned into, would he be a flaming thing too?
Well, I mean, remember the tie-in last week clearly implied that Maxine could manipulate what they were turning into. So it does say that it's not set in stone. It feels like it's almost like a spin of a roulette wheel to an extent, and or maybe someone is influencing it. Maybe it's Beast Boy himself unknowingly as part of this new big thing, or maybe it's someone else. But either way, she's a big flame bird, and she starts wrecking the plane that she was trying to help. Luckily, though, John Kent, that is, shows up and goes electric blue and starts to fight her to try and protect the civilians. And that's where we leave them. So there's a lot of chaos in this. We go back to Starfighter fighting Black Adam, who's a lion, and he actually runs off after a bit of fighting. And they kind of deduced that, well, he's an animal, so fight or flight. When he realized that he couldn't win, he just bolted. But this is where Bobo brings in some other ideas here, where he's like, he can kind of sense that there's kind of a purpose to what they're doing here. Like, someone's behind this, using them. Someone's got an agenda. It's not just random chaos. There's something driving this. And we see a bunch of the bigger heroes fighting Garrow up in the sky. You get your Superman, your Shazam, so on, so on. And this is also where they try and slow down Garrow by using Donna's lasso, and Raven tries to help give her a boost. So we get a big couple of pages of that. This issue ends, though, with Amanda Waller, because we know that she's using this and she wants to use all this chaos to do whatever she wants. And she's on her way to Rikers Island to go and meet Lex Luthor. She's going to pull him into whatever she's doing. And the narration here talks about how, all of this was to give her permission to do what she's about to do, whatever that is. And we can make some, broad guesses that she wants to build some sort of ultra-controlling Suicide Squad where she's now controlling the government and she's got the authority to do whatever she wants to protect the country. But one of the big things the narration keeps getting at here is that she wants everyone to see the heroes like she sees them, as nothing but dangerous animals. And that kind of ties into all this.
So because I didn't read her Adventures on Earth 3 and whatever book that was, I'm wondering if something that happened on Earth 3, which is the crime syndicate, if something happened that has kicked her into high gear. Because we've always known that Waller's had it out for the heroes, but she always kind of just, it was live and let live.
Yeah, that core thing's not new for sure, she's always felt that way. Yeah,
but something that's kicked it into overdrive enough to her to use the Peacemaker and the other one, the girl version. I forget what her name was, but to start, putting pieces in there. And then she goes to Lex because she wants something he stole from Batman.
Yeah.
Right? So I wonder what that was, because we did see that in the short Williamson run on Batman before Zdarsky took over, that Lex had bought in, what was it, Batman Inc.? So I'm wondering if there's some sort of infrastructure thing there. But
I couldn't have a guess as to what that is, because it might not even be something that was specifically pointed out before. It's just that they're using that storyline to say, oh, whilst that was happening, and Lex took some things from Batman, and we'll find out now.
That's what I mean. So. That's what I meant by like infrastructure thing. Like there's something there. But I do like Lex and Amanda's back and forth here. Where he's just like, I'm sorry, I'm afraid I have to do hard time for my many crimes. And he's just sitting there. And this is, again, the Lucas Meyer art here, that it's just Lex, the smug look on his face as Waller's yelling at him.
I think this issue shows off a lot of fun little character moments like that in the facial art, whether it's Lex here at the end or to start with Dick and Babs. But it also has those big action set pieces like Power Girl with the plane and the fire. All that stuff looked great sequentially, as well as the line work. So. Yeah, I mean, honestly, this has kind of introduced me to Lucas Meyer and made me really like the art, which is great. The final line that Waller has is that it's time to slay the Beast Boy, which to me says that okay, she wanted all this to happen, but now she's ready to like stop it. Like she thinks it's enough damage has happened for her to get the power she wants. Maybe the president gave her the okay, whatever it is. That said, though, I suspect that when she tries to put an end to it, it's not going to end the way she thought it would.
No.
It won't work, or it won't be as easy. And it's like, oh no, now we need the heroes to actually win this fight because my whole plans went up the shitter. That'd be my expectation at this point, but we'll see how it plays out.
Chaos is a ladder, but for her, it's not tall enough. You know, so she's still gonna need a boost. But yeah, no, I like this one read extra quick too. Like when I got to the end here,
oh yeah, it did.
I was like, oh man, I'm already done. So a lot of good action set pieces, and again, the Lucas Meyer art. Like there's that page where John goes electric blue, and Power Girl's behind him, and just the coloring with the electric blue, and then her Flamebird stuff going on. Everything looks great. Like this book's really coming together. So, and I'm looking when I clicked on Lucas Meyer, he's on another 2 issues. So
okay, cool.
We have that to look forward to. I believe he's on 4 and 6.
Yeah, so, I was just about to say I'll guess the next one.
Yep.
Because Reese did 2 in a row, I'd expect him to do 2 in a row, and then I guess they trade off the last couple. So, no, I think the art's really good. I think this issue is a lot of the chaos, but the art is so good at showing it that I just kind of like seeing all these things happen. Obviously, the key plot points are the Waller stuff at the end, and the stuff with Bobo kind of like, you know, and obviously he's probably talking about Waller, but him like sort of telling that to Dick and the other Titans gives us a sense of them sort of starting to put 2 and 2 together, and maybe that'll progress in the story as we go. So, yeah, really solid middle issue of an event. I'm really having a lot of fun with this one. This obviously by its nature can't measure up to say the first issue because all the big ideas get introduced with that one. Yeah. But as a middle chapter showing all this chaos happening, and seeing more Batman as a wolf is also fun. So, what are you rating Beast World issue 3?
I'm gonna give this an 8.5.
Yeah, I mean, I think I can agree with that. Yeah, 8.5. Very nice.